are out on strike today because we want a decent pay rise.
We are looking for fair pay for the number of hours we put in on the buses and the stress that the buses, driving buses in London causes us.
All the companies all divided and everyone's getting different rate of pay.
It varies within London up to £6,000.
There's a London-wide campaign to get TfL to recognize that all bus drivers have to be paid the same amount of money irrespective of which company you work for.
We're all doing the same job, bus drivers in London, so I don't see why we shouldn't all be on the same rate of pay.
Therefore, we are putting 30,000 a year for every driver in London.
We used to be the same as the underground workers, then we're all behind them, aren't we? So really, the 30,000 is the starting point where we should all be on anyway, and hopefully TfL should take it back because it's taxpayers' money. Should be making a profit out of it.
It's about now that if a bus company lose a route, they can send the drivers to the next company. And if they send the drivers to the next company and the next company is paying lower, we have to stay on that thing until they pay us. And we also will lose our pension.
Everything has gone up these days, like the gas bill, the electric bill, everything's gone up, but the wages hasn't. You know, and why should we need to do 6-7 days a week driving a bus up and down the road?
Some of the jobs here are 11-hour duties, and people are doing them 7-8 days on a trot.
We should be able to live on 5 days a week, not 6-7 days a week, because it's out of order.
That's what we're doing.
And that's what every driver's doing. They're living, they have to do a rest day, otherwise they can't live. They can't pay their mortgage, they can't pay the bills.
I have to work hard for my babies. I'm a single mom.
Say hello! Say hello! Hello to the babies! I can't believe it! Come on! Smile, look!
Thank you for
Take your picture!
I'm on £10.52 an hour basic, and for me, it's just work and sleep. I'm exhausted at the end of the day. You know, I've got no time to spend with my wife or my grandchildren. You know, I'm too knackered.
This firm works to the legal limits. You might have 8 hours in it, they say. Whereas on London buses, minimum was 10 hours between duties. Here, they'll do it to the limit.
You come here and do 12 hours a day, 60 hours a week, and you don't get to see your family.
The company is not acknowledging back pain and stress which is in their books, but they can bring drivers in there, put them in their duties for 50 hours and then say that he hasn't got a back problem.
When they give you these long jobs at this firm, they're the jobs where you only get a 40-minute break. You might have an 11-hour job and you're getting a 40-minute break.
On our first run, we're doing 5.5 hours straight. You know, it's a stressful time, especially in the rush hour time.
We go out, we make the profits.
In the end of the day, it's all about profits and mileage. They don't care about the passengers.
They will be able to tell you how much profit they make. £110 million.
It's all about money for the shareholders. It's all about money and bonuses for the managers. They don't want to give the drivers nothing but a hard way. That's all they want to do.
It's heavily subsidized by the TfL, by the government. So they get in the contract and the money is there. Actually, they make more profit than actually train companies.
They don't know how to talk to us decent, and those managers that talk to us decent, they get rid of those managers.
The controllers in this garage are the real bullies, you know. They really try and bully and boss the drivers around.
Sometimes you get 2 or 3 inspectors in your bus a day, checking the way you drive, the way you talk to passengers and everything. All these things you have to put on your mind when you are driving. It's so stressful.
It used to be London Transport. They might check you once a year. They wouldn't do that secretly unless there was a problem with a driver. Like here, now they've got this new Quicks contract, isn't it? Where if you're not polite, or they think you're not polite, or you ignore a passenger, then they give you a bad mark for that, then you got discipline for that. So how can you work like that?
The controllers, if you're coming back late, they're always questioning you, like interrogating you, you know, why are you late? Yet this other bus managed to get there 15 minutes before you and all this. It's terrible.
The staff manager is calling drivers for discipline because they have been off work, even though they have been genuinely off sick.
Some the driver goes sick for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We give him DP1. That's to mean the job isn't aligned. Doesn't matter, driver, how we suffer, you have to come to work.
If you go ill, that's discipline. Yeah? You get, like you said, DP1.
What they'd really like you to do is rush around, race through red traffic, go through red traffic lights, go as fast as you possibly can, get there on time, get back on time, and keep doing that day in, day out.
That's our manager there. Hey, Vic, come here. Come here. Hey.
It's not easy. They think we just sit there and drive. No, it's not easy at all.
They should appreciate us,
We get
Because
abused,
we really work
remarks
hard.
about our colour skin, even though in the cab you're not safe. They'll come and punch your screen, pull open the doors, throw things at you, spit at you.
When people start moaning why the buses are late, well, we need to take time for ourselves to maybe go to the toilet or just stretch our legs, but the company doesn't want us to do that. They want us to go straight in, straight out, straight in, straight out.
They give us the rules, but the public doesn't know. So when we want to apply the rules,
should give a brief
yeah.
idea about how the buses are operated, what duties and responsibility as a driver.
There's been a lot of cases of drivers who've been having heart scares, heart attacks. A few drivers from this garage who's passed away.
Recently?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, you see them one day, then they're gone.
Within the last 6-7 months, we had 2 drivers here pass.
We have attended many funerals, to be honest with you, for the last 7-8 years. And until the company treat their staff in a different way, which is acceptable to this staff, I think it's just gonna carry on.
No, they're not.
Now you're just gonna get away.
We've got no buses out at all, which is good. Strike is going very good. Anytime we get to upset the manager because he can't get the buses out he wants, then he know how we feel when we can't pay our bills neither.
The first strike we have had only 12 buses have gone out. Second strike, 4 buses, and today none of the buses have gone out. We have had only one driver who turned up for work, and he's been sent home without pay.
They got this myth that they bring the Polish drivers in to take our jobs. Polish drivers in this garage was 100% solid.
Yes.
So don't believe that the Polish drivers coming to take your job. 100% solid.
Not a single bus has gone out today, not a single bus. We are absolutely solid. And bear in mind, this is the 4th time that we've been striking.
The bus is still in the yard. If you look there, the bus is still there. Normally this time, the yard would be empty this time.
The last strike, it's cost £1.5 million per garage per day, each strike. So if they're saying it's cost them money already, it's cost them probably 3 times more than if they paid us.
They're bribing people and taking on drivers to drive for them.
They're calling the bus drivers down the road. They really work. We'll bring the bus and the module, the sign-on box.
I'm just passing this message to the company that buying 20 people out of my colleagues would not break this strike.
They're not bus drivers, they're wankers. Because if they was bus drivers, they'll be out here defending just like we defending. Because when we get them the raise, they're going to spend the money the same way. We fighting to feed our family, we fighting to feed their family. So they're not drivers, they're wankers.
We're not going to give up anyway. Keep on going.
Yeah.
We'll keep on striking until the management listen.
It'd be lovely if other bus companies hear this message, see our struggle and join us, because the quicker they do, the more power we have and the more likely we are to get a good settlement for all of us.
The more of them that join us, the better, because we'll be able to achieve what we are looking for. And if we achieve it, they get the benefit as well.
They're all going to benefit from what we're doing here, so I'd advise them really not to cross the picket line. Stay at home. I know everyone wants to earn money, but we're all in the same boat. But we're trying hard to help them and help each other.
It is about time we all stood together. Every driver is doing a similar job and it should be on the similar pay. It should be no difference to any driver.
The strike days are effective, but there's things we can do when we're working, you know, and we should be putting pressure on the company while working, you know, in terms of following the proper procedures in terms of health and safety and not taking undue risks.
The only way you're going to get what you want is to do what we're doing. Don't be a scab. Join and fight what we all fighting for. We're not fighting only for Metroline, we're fighting for fair pay, we're fighting for all bus drivers across London. Gain your respect back. When they hired you, they told you they was going to do good things, make them do it now. Don't falter, stand strong.